Welcome to day 10 of SQL Made Simple. If you've ever been to any market and just wanted to know the average price of a bag of rice, the cheapest price someone is selling it for, and who is charging the highest price, then you've already thought about the average, AVG, the minimum, and max functions. You just didn't know the SQL names for them. Today, we will use our sales DB aggregate database and our familiar Ghanaian dataset to find the average quantity of items customers order, the lowest and highest prices for products, and how to apply these functions to improve decision making. So let me explain the concept for you to understand. So AVG or average calculates the mean of numeric values and it ignores null values automatically. So example in life, if three people pay 10, 20, and 30, the average is 20 because 10 plus 20 plus 30, it gives us 60. We divide by 3, we get 20. And the minimum finds the smallest value in a column or a field. So example in life, finding the cheapest taxi fare from Accra to Cape Coast. And maximum obviously looks at the largest value in a column. So example in life, finding the highest score in a WAEC exam. So we need to practice to solidify our understanding. So let's head back to our server. So we are using the sales DB aggregate. So let's run this to find out what's happening with our table. Okay. So our first example is to find the average price per unit of product. So how do we go about that? So first of all, copy our select statement and I'm going to paste it here. So I'm selecting the average price per unit. And if it is average, we use AVG. And you're looking at the price per unit column. So price per unit. But we will need to alias it as average price. And we are selecting it from our orders table. So I'm going to run, and this is what we get. Don't worry about the decimal places. We will later figure out how to solve that with ceiling and floor functions, but that's not the focus of today's lesson. So let's stick to the AVG. Okay, so let me run this again. Execute. We come back to our table. So now we need to find the minimum and the maximum, the lowest and the highest price per unit. So I'm going to copy and paste this again. So if it's minimum, MIN for what? Price per unit. So price per unit, and I'll alias it as cheapest price, comma, I'm finding for 2. Then our max, which is maximum price per unit, as the most expensive price. So let me bring this one down a bit. Okay, so now let's run it. And the code we run, we execute, then we have the cheapest price and the most expensive price. So the cheapest on our list is 150 Ghana cedis, and the most expensive on our list is 900 cedis. So this helps us know which products are budget friendly and which ones are premium. So now let's look at average, minimum, and maximum quantity ordered. So we are looking at ordered, average, minimum, maximum quantity. So let's take a look at our table again. This time around, we are shifting from the price per unit to quantity. Okay, so I'm going to copy, then I'll come, then I'll need to change this a bit. Okay, so first and foremost, I'll need the average, AVG. So what are you focusing on? Quantity. Okay, and we are aliasing it as average quantity. Then a comma. The next is the minimum. So quantity, alias it as smallest order. Then our last column will be max quantity as largest order. And we are doing this from our orders table. So I'll select execute. Then you know the average quantity is 2, the smallest order is 1, the largest order is 5. So this is useful for stock planning, knowing typical and extreme order sizes. Okay, now let's take it a step further where we do product analysis. So this is where we introduce the group by statement. Okay, so we're going to first of all select from. So we are selecting from our what orders table. And what are we selecting? So we will need our product. So before I run that, let's take a look at our table one more time. So good. This one will give us a better understanding. So you are selecting the product field, comma. Now we need the average quantity. Okay, quantity alias as AVGQTY. We will need the minimum price per unit as lowest price. Then we will do the max, which is price per unit as highest price. And this is from the orders. So now we're going to group by our product column. Products. So that should end this for us. So I'm going to select. Now let's run this. So what do I get from here? So at least I have nulls in there. So how do we solve this null issue? If you remember from our previous lesson, who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess? Okay, so if you guessed that we use the coalesce function, then you are right, where we try to replace the nulls with 0. So I'm going to apply that to it. So let's see. Oh, wow. So I open, I want a 0 here. I'm going to apply that to that as well. And coalesce 0. Then I'll do another coalesce and replace all the nulls with a 0. Now let's run it to see what's going to happen here. Execute. Good. So now we've managed to replace the null for the minimum and the highest price. And we could see from here that the product, we have one missing product. So that is essentially it. So well done. And I would encourage you to keep practicing. Um, let's look at the workplace tip. So workplace tip, when you combine AVG, minimum and max, you can spot market trend. Example, average price of smartphones over time. Detect anomalies. Why is one tablet priced much higher than others? And make stocking decisions. Example, knowing average quantities helps avoid overstocking or shortages. So there's our biggest pro tip. Always check how many null values you have. The functions, ignore them, but too many nulls can give a false sense of your data's reality. Now it's your turn to run these queries from our shared drive where you got the database from. So try combining AVG, main, and max with group by for different fields that you see in the database. And thank you for staying with me throughout the lesson. Please do subscribe to my channel on YouTube, share with anyone who is studying SQL, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Blessings.